Hi everybody, welcome here in my lounge. What a mess the house is in. Everything is half packed. I hate it. I become so lethargic and disinterested when everything is in a mess. Anyway, guys, we have to talk fast today as I am off to fetch Dragon Man from school where they are having athletics today. I mean, it's totally ridiculous. In my day, athletics was a winter sport, and to watch the children try and perform in like 37 and 40 and 41 degrees is not funny at all and not good for Granny either. Yesterday I was at home all day and just as well because I was still feeling sick from the previous day's heat and sun in the car. Anyway, let's talk royals and the not so royals. So we now know Harry was photographed arriving at Clarence's house, and less than 30 minutes later, his father and Camilla left for Sandringham. Yes, some newspapers said Harry spent about 45 minutes with his father, others said about 30 minutes. But if I go according to the time stamps on the actual photographs, it's more like 17 minutes. Anyway, who cares? 17 or 45 minutes. For me, it is the same principle. Again, trigger warning. No matter what I say, henceforth, I sincerely have empathy with people like the King and Sarah York who are battling the big C, no matter how serious or what stage, etc. It must be a horrible diagnosis and a horrible thing to hear and accept. But yes, here it comes. The king had likely been walking with the condition for a while, even though it is said that it was caught early. We can also rest assured that he will get the best treatment from the best doctors, and life will be made as easy as possible for him by his wife and his staff. He will eat the healthiest food and get plenty of rest. Thus, unless we are being grossly and over the top lied to, it is my opinion that the king will have a good few more years ahead of him still. It is said the king received the results of the tests and diagnosis sometime last week, and it is said that he informed his brothers and sister and sons via telephone himself. So why on earth did Harry jump on a plane to go see his father so soon? Look, I can understand wanting to see a parent or family member when receiving such news. But surely you find out whether it would be best for them, when it would suit them best. Surely when they spoke, Charles told him, I'm getting my first treatment next week, whereafter I'm leaving for Sandringham for a few days or week or whatever. So if his father told him, then why did Harry go anyway? Why fly all the way from California to see his father for only a few minutes? Or didn't Charles tell him? And was Sandringham a decision Charles made on Sunday or Monday, regardless of knowing that Harry was coming to see him? It is said that William has not seen his father since he gave him the news, but that he is on the telephone to him daily. Now, from personal experience, that is the correct and decent way to deal with it, at least for now. There is a reason why Charles is told not to do public engagements, and other than the fact that it is tiring, the worst thing which could happen to the king now is for him to get COVID or any other infection. So it is indeed best to limit his interaction with others until, or at least until, he has been through the worst of his treatment. So couldn't the king tell his youngest son to stay put, stay at home, or at least until a later date? I mean, they could Skype or speak on the phone every single day. So either Harry did not listen to reason and, like a child, needed to be in the middle of all the drama, or then create drama where there is none, or, like I said, Charles decided last minute to go to Sandringham, maybe on purpose, because it does appear to have become a habit between Charles and Harry. Remember the Queen's Platinum Jubilee? They met for about 15 minutes. Before that, when Harry and Meghan went to see the Queen, Charles saw Harry for about 15 minutes as well, before taking off for the Maudie service. Or the other time when King Charles basically flew out to Transylvania as Harry flew into Britain. Honestly, had it happened once, I would say it was a coincidence. Twice, well, the king is a busy man, but each and every time, no, no, no. I sincerely think the king is avoiding his younger son. And you know what? Regardless of what Harry's motives are behind every visit, every request to see or talk to his father has been met with the king taking off somewhere. However, the king has a duty, in my opinion, as father and as head of the monarchy, to actually sit down with his son and sort things out one way or the other. I know many of you are saying, oh, but Harry will run to the media with it. Well, guys, at this point, it does not even matter. The king can have a lawyer or priest present as witnesses if he wishes, but he has to deal with his son. He has to. Whether they broker some peace agreement or whether the king makes him Mr. Mountbatten Windsor, it does not matter. The king, Harry's father and head of the firm and head of the church, needs to put on his big boy boots and deal with his son. Running away makes nothing better, nor does it resolve anything, particularly now with so many, including the king himself, battling with ill health. I think it is even more important to reach a final conclusion in the Harry and Meghan versus the royal saga. Charles can make peace with his son, and I sincerely hope he does. But to have Harry back as a working royal, I think is virtually impossible. I think that ship has sailed, left the harbour a long, long time ago. In a recent poll, 97% of well over 4,000 voters in Britain voted to have Harry removed from the royal website. Most traditional British want Harry stripped of his titles, and British, American, and even South Africans, Australians, etc., are thoroughly tired of Harry and his wife's antics. The lies, the fake awards, the moaning, the grifting. We are just utterly disgusted and semi bored with him. And most people I know of on this particular channel and elsewhere want Harry out of the line of succession. We do not mean Harry and Meghan any harm, but want them to fade into Hollywood obscurity. The king needs to listen to the voice of his people and act. It still remains his responsibility as Harry's father. Your children remain your children, no matter how old they get. It will not be fair to leave this to William to resolve. William has 3 children of his own, and it is very likely that at least one will give him a little trouble sometime. So let William deal with his own children and Charles with his. Maybe Charles did invite Harry to Sandringham and we just don't know about it. Or maybe Harry will be on the next plane home tonight. The thing is that had he not been in the line of succession, none of us would have cared either way. Anyway, Prince William is back today, standing in for his father, doing an investiture, and tonight he shall attend the London Air Ambulance annual fundraising gala. I'm also glad to read that Beatrice and Edo paid a visit to King Charles, I think at Clarence House, before Harry arrived. It's good to have this show of unity, showing the king that they have his back. Anyway, guys, I now have to love and leave you. I will be back tomorrow with a longer video, as guess what? I am home all day tomorrow. Okay, guys, so until then, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.